noisy hot water cylinder or noisy unvented cylinder. My name's Alan Hart and today I've got a video sent in from a subscriber and it's a noisy hot water cylinder, and he's done a video to explain why it's noisy. If you watch this channel, if you want to support this channel, then please send your videos in. I'm really grateful. This particular video today, I've learned from this video because I've never come across this before myself. So the more videos you send in, the better. So yeah, let's go and have a look.
Okay, here's something I thought would be useful to old and young, experienced and not so, and myself included. Unvented cylinders. I'll give you a quick story. I fitted a heat-only boiler for a friend about 5-6 years ago. It was working with a vented cylinder. He's had a new bathroom installed because I don't do bathrooms anymore. And the plumber there said, "Oh, what you want is an unvented cylinder." Yeah, it's all good. What they didn't do was upgrade the incoming main. The incoming main was a 15mm supply, which is okay on some cylinders. I know mega flows, because I only fit the mega flows for unvented. They say if your incoming main is high enough pressure and high enough flow rate, then you can do it. Well, this guy clearly didn't check that, because he put this on the 4th floor, had a 15mm incoming main with a standing pressure of 1.8 bar and a flow rate at ground level of 5.5 litres a minute. So by the time that got up to the top floor, we ain't getting anywhere near that. The thing to remember, 22mm outlet with a 15mm inlet, especially with a flow rate 6 litres a minute, you're going to get X amount of volume through a 22 and X amount of volume through a 15mm pipe. They're completely different sizes. So if your inlet is less than your outlet, it's going to implode. You're going to cause a negative pressure within the cylinder, and this is what happened. I didn't know this. It was in there for over a year, and he's always saying it's clanging and banging, and I said, oh, it's probably just the pressure relief valve. I was thinking, just double check the, just thought this was just not seating right in his opening and closing, and said, check the sun dish, make sure there's no water coming through. Yeah, and I never got round there. Eventually got round to service the boiler, and I said, oh, let's run a hot tap, and my word, was it banging. The pipework that was coming up the side here into the primary for the coil was moving about 3 inches, maybe slightly more, maybe 3.5 inches. The cylinder was just crushing in on itself, and that was with one tap running, and that was on the 1st floor. So God knows what was happening when he's running the kitchen tap on the bottom floor. The bath was going, or the shower was going. It was an absolute nightmare. So I noticed this and obviously shut it off straight away, and can't guarantee that it's not crippled itself. So I've cut it open, not too much because I don't want to make too much of a mess in my backyard, but the cylinder should be as like this, a nice smooth external finish. And what we've got here, as you can see, and this isn't from where I've cut the lagging out, this is where it's pulled in, right in, coming back out. And this is only on this spot. I dread to think what the rest of the cylinder's like. Now there is no massive creases, that's sort of where it's been really bad, but it's come right in if you look at that. All the way down there, I don't know if you can see all the way in. But it would have done this time and time again. Anytime anyone was running a hot tap, and I only ran a tap slowly, and it was imploding. You can see the crease mark there on the shadow, but it's something definitely worth bearing in mind. Do your checks. Make sure, if you're fitting an unvented cylinder, if you're fitting anything, make sure your flow rate and your pressure are right for what you need. And if they're not, don't fit it. Simple as that. I mean, Gledhill do make, if you Google Gledhill air admittance valve, they do make an air admittance valve. I believe it goes on the cold inlet, or outlet, I don't know, I haven't even looked into it, so I wouldn't fit them. But, and it equalises the pressure within the tank, so it stops it from getting negative pressure and start to crush itself. And all that it's doing is that every time you're emptying that tank, let's say it's flowing out at 18 litres a minute and you've got 6 or 10 litres a minute coming in, you're causing that negative pressure and it's just crushing the cylinder inside. And you won't always see it from the outside because this side's all foam and it's obviously got a steel casing around the jacket. But inside, all it's doing is keeps repeating and repeating and repeating, crushing itself constantly. And it's moving away from this insulation and you're causing stress on the stainless steel all the time, just stress, stress, stress. You think that keeps going in and out and in and out and in and out, like if you were bending a piece of metal. A bit of the casing here, if I continuously bend this, it's going to get stress marks on it eventually there, and you're gonna get it, and it's not going to be good. Just bear that in mind. Also, if you're changing a tap washer or something, or anything, changing a tap or doing anything on the hot supplies and cold supplies, then a property, if it's an unvented cylinder, you don't want to be causing that stress. On the this panel's right there actually, and it's telling you here, it's even written, switch off both. Let me put it down so it can get a bit steady for the camera, but switch off both the boiler and the immersion heater. Open the nearest hot tap and run all hot water until cold, then close it. Close the incoming cold main at the stop tap. Hold open the pressure and temperature pressure relief valve until water stops discharging into the tungus. Open the cold tap, starting from the highest point and working down to the lowest tap, leaving them open. When the cold taps stop draining, open the hot tap, start the highest, working down to the lowest tap. Open the drain cock and ensure the pressure and temperature relief valve is held open until the cylinder is empty. It's that number 7 really. Open the drain cock and ensure the pressure and temperature relief valve is held open until the cylinder is empty. On this one, you wouldn't want to open, as it says there, you wouldn't want to open the taps without already opening this, because it was on the top floor, without opening the temperature pressure relief. It was on the top floor. It was the highest point in the property with no tap above it. So if I'm opening a hot tap, if I'm draining down, even if it's got the correct incoming mains pressure and flow rate to it, I'm opening that valve. Or I'm getting it jammed open. I'm doing something to make sure I'm equalising the pressure in the cylinder. So just bear that in mind. Especially obviously these ones have got the external vessel on them. They haven't got the bubble built into them, where some have, like the Megaflows, and some copies of the Megaflows have got them. Just bear it in mind. If you haven't got the knowledge, do a bit of reading up. Not all of us know everything. You can't. The stuff you've forgotten, there's probably stuff I've forgotten from going to college that I'll never remember again unless I read in a book. And, these manufacturers, they are giving you a 25-year warranty. I mean, some people will say that certain manufacturers get out of it, but if you've got a 25-year warranty, it's a selling point to the customer. They want that 25-year warranty. Should something go wrong, well, you need to make sure you fitted it properly. Otherwise, 12 months, 2 years, I mean, this one's just over 12 months old. There is no warranty. And I wasn't going to risk knowing that this has been stretching out and going back and stretching out and going back, and a lot further than this. The manufacturer's going to go, no thank you. Because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to take the cylinder back, they're going to strip it open and have a look if it's got any stress on it. And as soon as they see things like that, guess what, your warranty's void. You've got to give up another 600 quid for an unvented cylinder or whatever they cost, plus your time to fit it. So make sure your incoming cold mains pressure for unventeds, you've got enough pressure. You want to be above that 3 bar ideally, and your combi valve will reduce it down to 3 bar, and make sure your flow rate is sufficient. Especially if you've got lots of outlets, and especially if you're going to have that unvented cylinder installed on the top floor of a property or above your lowest outlet. Thanks.
That video was sent in by Elliot. Yet again, thank you very much for sending that video in. If you've got any useful videos, then please send them in. Any pictures, videos, etc. Also, if you want to promote your own business on this channel, I will help promote your business for free. I don't want anything from you. So if you've got any good quality jobs that you do, if you'd like me to come to one of your jobs, then I could come to your job, I could video it, and we could put it on YouTube. This channel now gets a massive amount. I think we're on about 500,000 views a month now. So it does really well. And the whole aim of this channel is to help to raise standards in the industry. So if I can help another company who does good work, then I'm very happy to do that. So as I say, just get in touch. I'll add my WhatsApp details below on here. So if you've got any, if you want to send me out, then feel free. And yeah, thanks for watching, and thank you so much to everybody who helps, supports, likes, shares, etc. I really need that support, so I need you to like these videos, I need you to share these videos. Even if you share them into places where sometimes people might be negative about the videos, that's perfect. There's no problems with that. Share it in as many places as you can. And yeah, thanks again.